Hello everyone, in this video we are going to see about exception handling in Java. So actually what is exception is if any error occurs in a program, system will automatically just to throw this error and then it continues its execution. That is called as an exception handling. Let us see with an example how the exception is handled by this Java program. Actually we have two types of exception handling. One is user defined and other one is the built-in exception handling. In this program we are going to see about the built-in exception handling. So here let us see the program class main, open the brace. Actually this main is not same as this main. This is the user defined name as the user wishes. Since we are using nowadays the online classes, we are having the online compiler main as the program main.java. We are also saving the class name as capital MAIN. So these are not same. So we have to listen carefully that this small m and this capital M, we know that Java is case sensitive. These both names are not same. Okay. So public static void main string args. This is the starting of the main program and the open brace starts try, and actually we have, in order to handle the exception, we have three blocks called try, and then this is the try block, try open brace close brace. This try block may contain any expression or any statement. Likewise catch is another block, open brace and close brace. This contains any statement in Java, and finally is the other block which contains any statement in Java. Okay, so now let us see. So when you are trying to using the exception handling in Java, it is having three codes or three blocks: try block, catch block and finally block. Okay, so actually what is the meaning of these three blocks is try, it will try some code. Any code or any expression or any progress or any process can be done in the try block. Okay, so while doing this problem or processing the statements, it may come across some exception that is caught in this catch block. So the catch blocks has the name of the exception that is going to handle. Here the example is the arithmetic exception. What does it mean is when some arithmetic process is going on, some error has occurred. That is called as an arithmetic exception. Likewise, there are many standard exceptions in Java. Let us see in the other classes. For this program, just we have taken the example of one exception, namely the arithmetic exception. Okay, so now, and this catch block may contain any statement. In this program, this contains a statement as just printing the message, error message on the screen, which is system.out.println. The arithmetic exception that has happened is this one. So how to get the error message from the arithmetic exception? That is done by this function called e.getMessage. What is e? E is the object of this arithmetic exception class. Okay, so here in the catch block we are using the name of the exception along with the object name. Okay, and we can operate this object by the methods here. So here e.getMessage is the function which will get the error message which is caught in the arithmetic exception. Okay, actually here what is the exception here? Divide by 0. So what is divide by? This is actually the user defined name. We can give any name as we wish, because this is error with divide by 0. Actually when you divide any number by 0, the answer is infinity. So that cannot be given by the system. In order to say the answer is infinity, we have to give an exception handling like an arithmetic exception. Okay, so integer, that is the variable type. Divide by 0 is the variable name. We can give any variable like a, b, c, d or x, y, z. Here the name is implied to say that it is divide by 0 error. Okay, so 5 by 0. So 5 by 0, we know that anything by 0 is infinity. So just we are giving one value to test this exception. Okay, so that's all here. Then finally opens system.out.println the finally block. Some message just to say that the system by default is always execute this finally block. Then we are closing the open braces of this finally block, and then these are all the two close braces for this public static void main and the class main. So all the braces which are opened are closed perfectly. So now let us execute the program and see how this exception is handled. I have given two options by changing the values of this expression. Let us see one by one. The first option we got the output is, if an exception occurs, the finally block is executed after the try catch block. This is the rule of this exception handling. Okay, so if any exception happens, I have given as 5 by 0. So 5 by 0 is infinity. That is an exception that has happened, and if the exception happens, the finally block is executed after the try catch block. So what does the try catch block says? Arithmetic exception is equal to divide by 0. This is the message which is given in the exception block. This is the catch block, arithmetic exception. The get message, what is the get message? We got the message as the divide by 0. This is the divide by 0 is the message got from the exception handler, and then this is the finally block. So where is it here? So here this is the finally block. Okay, so in this example, this is the finally block is the statement that is executed after the try and the catch block. Let us see one more execution output which gives directly the finally block. Actually, otherwise it is executed after the try block. For each try block there can be only one finally block. That means we can have many try block and many catch block. Okay, and for each try block there will be many catch block, but there will always be only one finally block. So now in the second case, I have changed the value of this program. Inside the program I have changed it to some other non-zero value like 5 by 2 or 5 by 3. When we divide any number by any other number, it is not infinity, so there is no exception like divide by 0. So just to change this value of 0 into 2 or 3, and then this was the output I got. So directly there is no exception was available, so directly it has come to the finally block. This is the finally block. That means here only this is not executed, because when we change this number there is no error, there is no infinity, so this block is skipped. Okay, finally it has come to the finally block. So actually what is the logic here is, if any exception occurs, the finally block is executed after the try and the catch block. The first case, try catch block is executed and then finally block is executed. But in the next case, since there is no error and it is directly coming to the finally block, which is this is the finally block. So that's all the simple logic. We are taking a simple example to say how the try and the catch and the finally block works in a Java program, and how the exception is handled by the simple Java program. And thanks for watching.